This is Dan Wickwire here. In this session, we'll look at question number 194 in my book, 200 Questions About the Bible and the Qur'an. Here's the question. Did three wise men from the east follow the Messiah's star to Bethlehem, where they found the baby Jesus and prostrated themselves before him in worship? Yes, in the Bible, but no in the Qur'an. Let's take a look at the Injil in Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 through 11. This is where the story about the baby being born and the Magi coming to visit him. Now, when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and have come to worship him. When Herod the king heard this, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he inquired of them where Christ was to be born. So they said to him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are not the least among the rulers of Judah, for out of you shall come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel. Then Herod, when he had secretly called the wise men, determined from them what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search carefully for the young child, and when you have found him, bring back word to me, that I may come and worship him also. When they heard the king, they departed. Behold, the star which they had seen in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they had come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented gifts to him, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Now, notice this, that the story about the three wise men from the east following a star to find the Messiah and worship him is not recorded at all in the Qur'an. But the Magi's gifts, they hold a profound significance representing the nature of Jesus. The gold, that symbolizes his royalty as a king. Frankincense, this signifies his divinity and priesthood. And myrrh, this foreshadows his humanity, suffering, and death. These costly items also provided practical financial resources for the Holy Family as they soon had to escape to Egypt. Now, the Magi, they understood that they should worship Jesus through a combination of divine revelation, the guidance of a miraculous star. This was a supernatural astronomical event, and likely familiarity with the Hebrew prophecies. As scholarly, probably Persian astronomers, they recognized this sign as signaling the birth of the new King of the Jews. The key elements of their understanding included prophetic knowledge. They were likely aware of Jewish scriptures and messianic prophecies, such as Balaam's prophecy regarding a star coming out of Jacob in the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 17, and also Daniel's timeline predictions. The star, the divine guidance of the star. They observed this unique star as at its rising, which they interpreted as his star. This sign led them to Jerusalem and subsequently to the specific location of the child in Bethlehem. The recognition of royalty. The Magi, often acting as court advisors, understood the signs and heralding of the birth of a king worthy of worship. And then there's divine revelation. God directly revealed to them that the promised Messiah had been born. So after arriving in Jerusalem, their understanding was confirmed by the scribes who cited Micah 5:2, pinpointing Bethlehem as the birth location of the promised Messiah. So all these things worked together to point the Magi in the direction of the Messiah, who is Jesus Christ. And when they got to him, what did they do? They worshiped him. They prostrated. They fell down and worshiped him. And so here's the question. Did 3 wise men from the east follow the Messiah's star to Bethlehem, where they found the baby Jesus and prostrated themselves before him in worship? Yes, in the Bible, but not in the Qur'an. No, in the Qur'an.